can see the trail. It's pretty steep, but the fact that it's incredibly slippery, that it hasn't rained in a while, but it's like oil slicked dirt. So it's very, very slippery, and there was just no way to film anything. Just had to hold on to the ropes. I didn't just end up down here way faster than I anticipated. I've been here before, and what's coming up is the hardest part of the hike. It's not a long hike, it's like 0.8 miles, but the last part is you have all these ropes to help you get down to the bottom, to the riverbed, so that you can walk up to the waterfall. And it requires a little bit of concentration. I'll try to maybe film just a little bit depending on how I feel. So we'll see how that goes. I stopped at the top here to basically put my tripod, secure everything, because I want to use both hands to get down this without injury. Also to shed a layer. It's way, way too hot. It's 60 degrees in the Pacific Northwest, which is insane. I have no idea. Well, I made it all the way down the ropes, and giant log jam back there that was not there last time I was here, and some other logs that you had to like monkey bar through. But you get on this nice little path right by the river, and we're going to follow it right up here. The fall faces north, so we shouldn't have any sunlight directly on the falls, because the sun is way up there and it's kind of pointing back that way. But I got all day. I'm in no rush, as there's been some other hikers in and out that you might have seen in the video. But it's a super short hike from here to get to the falls, and it's absolutely stunning. I'm tired. That was, whew, not a long hike, but I would rate that as hard, especially when I'm carrying all the stuff that I've got in my backpack. I brought my drone, so I want to get some drone photography, fly the drone around a little bit down here. I think it would give me some unique vantage points. So now I just got to get down there and set up and find some compositions. One thing that's changed since the last time I was here is that tree giant tree that is across the river was not here. But there's really no real photograph from this far away anyway, so I don't think that's going to impact anything. But it just shows you how the geology and the setting changes from month to month, year to year. Because, yeah, I would have not have wanted to be here when that tree came down. I'm going to get the obvious photograph out of the way first. Just a wide angle shot of the falls in this incredible bowl with all those basalt columns behind it. It's absolutely fantastic. What's not fantastic in any waterfall is that white V of nothingness, that just blank sky that's brighter than everything else. And that wouldn't matter if it was an overcast day. It's way, way brighter than the waterfall. So I'm going to minimize that as best as possible while still keeping the top of the fall and this incredible bowl that it's in. Perfect shutter speed is key for all waterfalls, something that you like, and I'm between like 1/3 and 1/2 second. I think it looks really, really good. Polarizing just a little bit. F11, ISO 200, because it's really, really dark in this bowl, believe it or not. I think the shot's going to be beautiful, and if it comes out, I'll show it to you right now. So I've come over to the side of the falls because I really like all these green rocks. So once I got the obvious, 16:9 shot of the whole falls with the pole, I wanted to put something in my foreground besides water. And I think this will work. I just got to put something together. So I'm going to use my phone before I try to mess with the tripod and the camera, get an approximate location and focal length, then I'll get all set up. There's my composition pretty much. Kind of got it dialed in if my camera doesn't shut off. I think I got a good amount of rock and greenery here in this lower left foreground, hopefully not too much. And then I've got the beautiful water, a little bit of sheen there. I love that reflection of the waterfall coming right at me. And then those basalt columns over there on both sides. The color is just unbelievable. It is so incredibly beautiful. Same thing with the color of the water. It's just, it's stunning. It's gorgeous. Absolutely fantastic. So I know this shot's going to come out pretty well. I might have to crop it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good shot. And if it is, I'll show it to you right now. I decided to try just a vertical composition, zoomed in a little bit. The falls, that tree that's up here is really nice. It's being backlit or side lit by the sun. And I do like the light that's happening at the top of the falls, because from this angle, notice that it's not a big V of nothingness. I've actually got trees back there. And then with the side lighting that's happening with the sun, it's at least a more interesting top of the falls that I can actually make use of. So here's the composition. It's not complicated, but I've got the top of the bowl on this left-hand side, coming out of the corner down to the waterfall, and kind of exiting up here like a big U. And in the middle up there at the top are all the trees that are being backlit. I've just got to be careful that I don't blow those out so that it's just unrecoverable ugliness. But if I can do that, I think it'll be a pretty good shot. And if it comes out, I'll show it to you right now. If you watched my last video, I talked about the new Sigma 20-200 super zoom that I bought. and how good I thought the quality was. So out of all the photos that I've showed you today, which ones were taken with the Sigma lens and which ones were taken with the Sony lenses that cost thousands more? I made it to the top. It was hard. So I just found out while on this hike at the bottom, before we started up, that this private land, it's always been private land, but the owner has been kind enough to allow the public to access it via this trail, and it's up for sale. And if it sells, or when it sells, there's no guarantee that the owner, the new owner, won't change this policy and Abiqua Falls will be off limits for possibly ever. So I would say this, if you're interested in coming here, I would do it sooner rather than later if it's a place that's on your bucket list of waterfalls to photograph, because I wouldn't want you to miss it. That's going to wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I would really, really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. Just hit that like button. Subscribe, costs you nothing, and it really helps that YouTube algorithm out to get my content to other people. Appreciate it very much if you watched to the end. Don't forget to check out my website, www.jamesparkerphoto.com. You can check out my workshops, and I also teach post-processing online. So if you'd like to learn how to up your game in Lightroom or Photoshop, be sure to get in contact with me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.